This is my GamerSupps thought of the day. I'm trying the Cherry Limesicle today. I think it's really delicious. Got that little bit of sour tanginess, but also the sweetness to carry it through. Get 10% off your order or anything on the store with the code Thorin, Thorin, at GamerSupps.gg. Now, my thought of the day is about a letter that ESL has sent to NAVI. Because if you don't know, from years ago, whenever you do an ESL event, when you go there, they have some, I don't know, some intern guy write a letter. It's never from a certain person. It's just like from ESL. And they write a letter where basically, I think it's on like your bed when you get in the room or something cringe. I think even Blast, by the way, did this before ESL. And then what happens is when you read this letter, it just blows smoke up your ass. So even if, by the way, you like the Mongols, well, then it says something absurd like, you know, remember Genghis Khan, you might like dominate Europe and be the best of all time, bro. And it's like stuff that's like totally implausible. Even the person reading it must just go like, I need a shower after reading that. That's gross. Get your tongue out my ass, mate. So what they do is even worse when you go for the big teams, which is they always fuck with your reality about how esports works and gaslight you about certain things and spoil it. It's always just crazy spin and PR in ESL's favour. And by the way, before you go, well, of course you do that, Thorin. You have to do that. And you have to say your company. You don't have to do those things. I know that because I ran a company. Do you know when I was running Flashpoint, I didn't say it was the World Championship and Crown Mad Lions the World Champions. And by the way, I could have got the Flashpoint World Championship and just kept saying World Champions, World Champions. Because technically they'd be World Champions. So that's what they've done basically. When JL from NAVI has gone to wherever his room or whatever, when they got this letter, he's posted it online like everyone always does. I notice the players also always post them. So it works. ESL's getting the clicks they like and they get to show off the fans. Oh, look how well they take care of the players. They sent them some insincere bullshit gaslighting letter saying they are awesome, all of them, and that they can all win the event and can all place well and prove everyone wrong, even when they're like bomb teams, by the way, not like NAVI, obviously. So let's just look at this letter for a second, because it's really bonkers. You can see it always starts with, here's the people at the top, all the players in the team, then it explains what's going on. But what I'll do is I'm going to zoom into part of it here, and it's fucking absurd. So here's this part that goes, a warm welcome to the World Champions. Well, of course, ESL. I mean, NAVI's there. They won the major that makes you the de facto world champion in Counter-Strike because one, we have majors instead of a worlds, and two, majors are Valve's tournaments. So that's the one that officially makes you the world champion. Even though I think Cologne and Katowice are better events, I don't call the winner of those events a world champion. But get ready for the next sentence. It's going to blow your mind. Major champions and world champions in the same year. It's been one hell of a year for Natus Vincer, but you're only just getting started. Like, even that last part's insane. Like, they just won 2 events. One was the major, but you're only just getting started. How would you know? Random intern guy. But okay, that aside, that's the usual angle I go with on these bullshit letters by whatever pinhead wrote them. But here's the problem, guys. Do you understand what the first part of that sentence says before the hyphen? It's actually ESL pretending that the Esports World Cup winners are the world champions. They don't even say EWC. They are the world champions of Counter-Strike over the major. So by definition, that's the tournament that makes you world champion, is EWC. Do you know why? Because ESL obviously runs EWC, right? Notice they don't say EWC because they need to be, you know, oh, EWC, well, that's obviously not the world championship, or even as good as a major. So think about this. Think about this. They're saying that NAVI winning that tournament is what makes you world champions. Now, don't confuse, in case maybe English isn't your first language, that they meant, well, yeah, they're major champions and world champions because by winning the major, you become a world champion. No, that's why they put and world champions in the same year. If every time someone wins the major, like I think they become the world champion, then that sentence will be utterly redundant because every major winner would be the world champion in the same year. So actually the way they've phrased it explicitly makes it clear that they're saying EWC is the championship. And they intentionally, by the way, don't say EWC, like I say, because you know that wouldn't make you the world champion. And also notice they want to sort of like the more pretend ESL and EWC are separate brands for some bizarre reason, it seems like, right? Here's the problem. That's not standard because of how egregious it is. Like, it's actually, by the way, if I was JL, I'd be fucking annoyed with this. Like, you're implying EWC was the bigger event than fucking the major, you daft cunt. So I think that's fucking mental. Also, it implies the major is not the World Championship of Counter-Strike. Now, what's mental is, one, I think IEM Cologne is actually better than Major and EWC, but it's way better than EWC. So you've denigrated your own prestige events, idiot ESL, who hasn't had a major for a few years, based on what they've done, maybe like selling to the Saudis. And then also, it's just fucking shameless And whoever writes these is a fucking moron. Anyway, that was my GamerSupps thought of the day. Got myself nice and fired up, didn't I? Get 10% off your order with the code Thorin, Thorin, at gamersupps.gg.